164.
Obsolete UK Open qualifiers.
'94. Michael, 145.
Once again leaves 70. And once again, he'll get a go at it. But he won't want to find himself on
65.
double six. Ideally, he wants to be looking at double 8 after the first dart. Which is exactly what he's doing.
62.
Team Barry.
Well, his finishing in the tournament's been decent. But when you've got Michael van Gerwen behind you, makes it a little bit harder. That's been made a little harder. But he's adjusted.
There are more opportunities on the way for Keane Barry to add to that, and he is looking very, very good for a spot at the European Championship.
Are there many more opportunities on the way in this match? He's got one here, but it's an outside chance. The biggest finish of them all, and this is just to hold on to his throat.
That's not a great dart for him. He would have preferred it lower in the bed. He had to move to one side, and in the end it's dropped down low.
So to open up a 3-leg buffer and move within one. Van Gerwen does it, and he might just about have got the beating of Barry.
Towards this year, it's taken Gerwen Price or Josh Rock to stop him in recent weeks. Gerwen Price isn't here. Josh Rock has gone out. So who is going to stop Michael van Gerwen? Because it doesn't look like it's going to be Keane Barry tonight.
He would say.
100. Michael,
the only person who's beaten is myself?
Yeah, in some sort of jumbled English. I only can stop myself.
Oh, dear me, he stopped himself there, hasn't he?
48.
He's dragged that dart directed at the 18s into the 4s by a long, long way. This would be to break the throw. Double top.
56.
It's another leg where he's had a chance to win it and it's slipped away.
So to delight the Dutch crowd, Michael van Gerwen is through to the semi-finals. He beats Keane Barry 6-2. Had 18-14, a couple of draws in there as well from the Premier League when they were such a thing. A little laugh between the pair. You said they were all smiles and chat before the game. They might have been practicing together, and they were probably practicing much better than they've started playing in this match.
I would say that there's a good chance of that.
That's more like it.
108.
They have met the show. It was on stage as well at the Masters. Peter Wright won that match. And Dan has made a good point over the course of the weekend. Just one. But he did make a good point when he said Peter Wright at the start of the year. There were no signs that he was going to wobble. Masters, he played well. He won that World Series event. And that one at the Masters, 102 average to beat Chizzy 10-7.
Yeah, it sort of came from nowhere.
Ended up only losing in the last leg decider in the semi-final to Rob Cross.
6-2.
He does also have this thing right. He's said it.
Peter Wright looking good in this leg to get a chalk on the board. Don't have too much time in these matches. Race to 6.
Yeah, just in the nick of time against Michael Smith, but I mean, even at 5-0 down, that kind of spell might still win you the match.
Yeah.
88.
And it all started with 11 dart legs. That's what he's on here. Tops to complete one.
Good.
It's a bad omen.
Right.
121.
Find any success at either target there.
It just opens the door a little bit for Chisnall.
Especially with a couple of these. And one of those.
174. Peter requires 76.
Pressure on Peter. And it will just be one. At double 18.
40.
Look an age to throw that.
They require 36.
Really sighting the dart there.
Same target. Huge moment potentially in this match.
And the opportunity is there for a comeback because Dave's
On a fit leg, Dave Chisnall.
Dave's averaging mid-90s, so that
164.
if you haven't seen it, basically Chizzy missed the 141 for the 9 and MVG took it out just to show
40.
him that's how you take out 141 for a 9.
Not when he had 141.
No,
left.
he didn't have
just
141.
elite tops, wasn't it?
It was elite tops, yeah.
Yeah, so from 181, which is where Chisnall is now.
434.
But now he's on 47, and Peter Wright has to take this out, you would think, to stay in the tournament. Treble 18 would leave the ball. Well, they say in sport and life it can be the hope that kills you, and Peter Wright harboured a lot of hope for this event after that brilliant performance this afternoon, but they could be ended here as Chisnall eyes up double top, and now double 10 for a dominant win over Snakebite. It is Chizzy.
£30,000 to the winner.
140 won't go. Bunting's left himself a 2-darter, but it's one of those 2-darters where you can take out in 2 darts, or you might not even get a dart at double.
Stephen, you require 97.
You may get 2 at tops and miss them both.
Ooh, thinks about double-double, decides against it. Gets the treble, double 12.
73.
In the end, it was somewhere down the middle. He got 1 dart at double, and that wasn't enough. It is for Damon Heta, though. 13-dart start, and Stephen Bunting needs to be wary here because Heta started brilliantly against Barry Van Peer.
I mean, this throw is just elegant.
95.
Does play at various different speeds, Damon Heta. You'll often find that those levels, those gears that Mace was talking about, it's often accompanied by him speeding up.
74.
And he's tried to sort of kickstart that by just going, let the darts go. Just start playing a bit quicker. Trust yourself. Let it happen. Rather than slowly working up to it.
34.
But it is difficult. I mean, when you were playing, Mace, did you always play at one pace, or did you find yourself speeding up when you started feeling comfortable?
Yeah, exactly that. You sort of tend to be a little bit cautious in the early stages of a match, and then you sort of get into a nice rhythm, especially if you're playing someone who's sort of medium paced. You get a nice, just get that continuous flow, the walk around, and then almost straight back to the hockey.
Damon Heta has been afforded the luxury of being able to win that in 6 visits. Is it 2 tops, or is he staying there? He drifts
100.
all the way into the 5s, and the chance
60.
disappears. And Damon Heta has only missed 2 darts at double so far. He's only going to get 1 dart because he's missed a big number, probably trying to get out of the way of double top.
20.
And there was nothing in the way of that, but he should have had another dart.
Yeah. 40.
Risky play that, but shows confidence.
Double 10. Shakes his head. Saves himself with the last dart, and he's got one of those breaks back, Stephen Bunting.
Beaten, he only averaged 87, and it was enough to win 6-4. 96 against Barry Van Peer. My worry would be, is those kind of numbers going to be
60.
enough against a Luke Humphries or a Danny Knopp, and potentially in the final an MVG or a Dave Chisnall?
Well, get there and find out.
Yes.
Bullseye for the bullet.
Oh,
97. Damon, you require 112.
Something of a specialist in these combo finishes that end on double 16 is Damo. Wants it to end on double 16, but it'll have to end on double 6.
Other side of the board.
Oh, beautiful stuff. And there it is. Merited that. The old Leighton Hewitt celebration that he's brought in of late. I think he'd forgotten about it until just then.
Damon to throw first. Game on.
Start two when they find the 60, just go for the ball, because if they hit it, it's obviously you don't want to hit it at the end.
Well, that's it. I think going for the ball second dart and shots like that is the sensible play, because if you do, you want the 25, but if you hit the ball, you can then make up for it. If it's the last dart, you've got nowhere else to go. You have to deal with it in your next visit.
And you have the risk of leaving a level.
Indeed. 96 is not taken out on double 19 by the bullet, and Damon Heta would send him packing from the Netherlands. But he needs another in there. And now he needs double top. And the Heat seals it with a stunner. A 6-2 victory. And Damon Heta is in the semi-finals on the European Tour once again this year.
Knopp himself has made a couple of finals on the Euro Tour, both last year. In fact, one of them, his first one,
84.
A year ago tomorrow.
112.
Good guy. Does not use it. You can see what he thinks of that.
44. Danny require 82.
Good chance for a breaker throw here, Danny Knopp.
Well, that's it. Yeah, it's a bit of a disaster, that dart, isn't it? Has to rescue it, has rescued it.
72.
Quite complete, the crisis management there. May have to contend with plenty of this in the match. First time we've really heard a few of the bad bits, like the whistles and stuff, in this event.
And there's some cheers as Danny Knopp takes the opening leg against the darts.
167.
Needed that 180 as well, turns out.
Might need the 167. Ain't gonna go. Did he need it? We'll find out when Humphries addresses the hockey, looking
99
to put the cork on the champagne shot.
Oh, what a guide. Oh, and he doesn't get to try and use it.
52.
So inviting for a dart at the bullseye had he hit the 57.
Treble 20.
Wow.
Well, has to go now. Well, I was going to say has to go 15 bull, but he had his own ideas there, Danny Knopp. Got a dart at top. That was bold.
It was bold. It was baffling.
Especially when you've just missed by a massive margin. Humphries does take the leg.
Yeah.
There's a big Dutch Cup final going on today, wasn't there? Who won that?
In the football?
Yeah.
It was Ajax v PSV, wasn't it? I saw some of our Dutch colleagues watching the game, but to be honest, got bored and wandered off.
43.
Oh, it's still going, that's why.
Ah.
Heading for penalties.
190. Danny 167.
Humphries trying to get the match done in as quick time as possible. Danny Knopp once again hunting down the treble 19 for a 167. This time he finds it, and he finds the bullseye.
Look, it's alluring. The way he throws, the way he makes it look so easy, and the regularity with which he posts big numbers. He does give the impression that however well he's playing, it might not stop.
Yeah, and he'll be feeling like it's easy at the moment.
135.
Well, he didn't like something there.
42.
The treble 5, I'd suspect.
Good leg of darts this, though. How about another in there for tops? How about it, Danny Knopp, for a 167 and a 142?
Stem of the dart has made modifications over the last couple of years that he thinks has made him a much better player, including the tapering of the barrel, which he feels gives him more opportunities to hit 180s like that.
Are they slightly slimmer than they used to be then?
Yeah, used to just not have any taper at all at the end of the barrel.
Can't argue with results, and he's certainly been getting a lot of those. 2021, Luke Humphries started making finals, and lots of them. 2022, he started winning titles, and lots of them. And 2023 could end up being even better. Another massive checkout in this game. This time, it's Luke Humphries who gets in on the act. Massive finish. And Humphries has left the ton again. He can't keep producing this spectacular Chris Murphy.
Surely not. On this occasion, he can't. And Humphries now has the match in his grip. Does he go two tops this time? He does, but maybe half-heartedly. I thought he was a good guy to stay there on that occasion. He disagreed, and Danny Knopp might be about to force a last leg shootout. Double six to do so. Down. Down for double three.
Danny Knopp takes us all the way with a last start double into double three. And Luke Humphries, the #1 seed, must hold throw if he's to reach the semi-finals. Like this, that the very top players manage to negotiate, and he is negotiating this fabulously.
Well, it's a hat-trick of 2 treble terms to get down to 110 after 9 darts, and the best way to keep them quiet and to keep him at bay is to not give him a chance to win the match.
In a hostile atmosphere, with an improving Danny Knopp, who has somehow forced a last leg decider, Luke Humphries is on a potential 4-visit leg to win it. He won't see it off in 12 darts, and in actual fact, it just got a little bit trickier than it needed to be.
Yeah, and I thought he'd done well to avoid the temptation to stay on the treble 20 there, because it could have left it awkward. It turns out he has left it awkward.
But has he done the heavy lifting already? Danny is still on a ton-plus finish. All problems, 17s. It's only one at the bull. It should have been a better opportunity than that.
Danny, you require 102.
Well, what a match. What a fight. Humphries has been winning it round after round.
82.
And Knopp had the chance to land the knockout blow.
25.
Couldn't do it.
It's not over yet. It is now. The #1 seed denies Danny Knopp in his hometown tournament.
I'm going to get in this match, and actually would have been interesting to see whether or not he'd have gone for it anyway.
83. David required 28.
Yet look settled, Michael van Gerwen. I'm not just talking about the performance, but the demeanour of MVG.
The body language. Not happy.
On second leg, Dave Chisnall.
You said earlier on, mate, you noted that van Gerwen doesn't always get out of the blocks quick, and that opponents have to be sure to punish. Well, Chisnall is doing that so far. 2011 against Mark Webster. Defeat in a floor tournament. And 5 years later, again in defeat to Jamie Caven.
96.
So don't hit one, Dave.
Well, I did mention it's a slightly longer race to 7, but 4-0 down, MVG is going to find himself in a world of trouble. I'm not sure he's going to be able to dig himself out of this particular hole.
Well, he didn't last week, did he, in the semi-final?
Well, that was my next conversation. Are we going to see him double bageled in consecutive weeks?
Well, this would stop the rot. And how? Good. That's how. A second 170 checkout of the tournament for Michael van Gerwen, and this one coming when his back was firmly against the wall.
Where on earth did he pull that from? He was averaging below
170.
And if he does it again, the game's back on throw.
96. David 164.
blink of an eye, this match will be locked at 5 apiece, because this is a break.
39.
Hold then
Michael 74.
from Michael, and that's exactly where we'll find ourselves.
That's what he wants.
42.
Doesn't get it. And did we just detect a little bit of petulance for the first time from Dave Chisnall, who might be well advised to remember the position he's in this match? Just seemed to throw the darts away a little bit there. He can put it right to some tune here. Oh, unfortunate.
65.
With the second dart.
Michael requires 32. Game for Michael.
Game on.
Very much so, Murph.
Game.
That's his first break of throw in the match.
Trying to force his way past a low dart there. Maybe could have switched one earlier. So we might be going the distance.
100.
We are now.
And he's dragged himself back into this contest with a little help, it has to be said, from Dave Chisnall, who's gone missing towards the end of it. But it's tops.
54.
Would have forced a decider, will be back for the remainder.
Michael required 20.
And we do go all the way.
Still managed to create a dart at tops to win the match in the final leg.
I suppose the difference in that one, the key difference, is that Luke Humphries never relented. Dave Chisnall has,
Yeah.
but he has found it again, just at the right time.
Yeah, his levels dropped quite drastically in that spell in the third quarter of the match.
Looked like he might not have been able to hold it together, but he's put it together for one leg here and might hold his throw to reach the final.
140, 180, 140 in the decider. This is MVG-esque when he had that insane run. Was it 24 consecutive last leg wins?
Oh yeah, something like that, yeah. Well, Chisnall, though, might win this last leg. He's got all the time in the world.
21.
He'll be back.
$71. Maybe required 20.
And no real pressure in terms of that score from Michael van Gerwen, but there will be pressure. It's the way Dave does things, to take his time, but it will whip up the crowd.
Gives them an opportunity to get involved.
Double 10 is the target for a first victory on the European Tour over Michael van Gerwen.
15.
And he's not there yet.
Michael Hugo, 143.
He'll be back for 5. But we've seen that get a little messy from time to time.
31.
And now he can't afford to miss.
Maybe require 5.
Yeah, having already missed 5 darts at double to win this match. He's got 2 more at double 2. He really is in the lion's den here, Dave Chisnall. And that's got even harder.
3.
Wow.
Michael
7
Hugo,
squandered.
12.
Never beaten MVG on the Euro Tour. And van Gerwen wants 12 for victory number 12 over Dave Chisnall on it.
No score.
Well, what drama this is.
Dave, you require 2.
Lost for words, and I think I'm not the only one looking at that picture.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Kirk Bevan's a referee calling for some kind of order. I'm not sure he's going to get it.
No.
Can Dave Chisnall cross the line? Yes, he can. And you would be hard-pressed to find somebody to say that he didn't deserve that win, but he made hard work of it in the end.
From the heat, and Luke Humphries looking to take advantage. I'll take a ton from there.
120.
Well, it's a safe dart. It's a little careless.
It's a little too safe, that one.
But you're better off going in the double than the treble in that situation.
58. Luca required 20. No score.
Rams 3 together.
Damon,
and Damon Heta, who has not scored at all in this leg, would finish spectacularly.
One thing I have noticed about Luke's game, he now deals with the more sedate players better, where that used to be a bit of an issue
Luke
for
required
him.
20.
That's closer. That's very close as well. And that one is in. Eventually, at the 6th time of asking, Luke Humphries pins double 10. And he's relinquishing it. Now, this might be very different. You expect it to be very different.
Well, Humphries is one of the game's great front runners, isn't he?
105.
Yes.
If you can somehow play well enough and get him embroiled, you can sometimes get a few mistakes out of him.
27.
It's on. 17 segment. Bullseye it is. Oh, 1-2-7 and a 12 darter, and Damon Heta gives it some, and quite rightly so. Dreadful in the opening leg, saw his throw broken. Brilliant in the second to break straight. Damon Heta having a bit of an argument with himself. If he starts on that, this could be an all-time great game for players having massive Barneys on their own. Because Luke Humphries in a constant critical dialogue with himself.
Yeah,
even when he's throwing 100 averages, we tell himself he's not good enough.
Yeah, they both like to have a good old chat with themselves. Unusual the stance for Luke Humphries with the feet in line. I think there would be too much stability there, but works for him.
Well, we'll show you that in the next leg.
Yeah,
because it is interesting. That's a flyer from Damon Heta, nowhere near the treble. He loses the line with the next one.
44.
All he does is get down to a 2-darter, which is not the greatest result for him. There's 7 off. There's 54, leaves 36. Not the way he wanted, but the end result is exactly what he did want. And that's 3 legs now, all against 22. He doesn't want to throw quickly because he doesn't feel comfortable. He doesn't feel comfortable because he's not throwing quickly.
41.
He'll only get quicker when he feels like he's throwing well, but he feels he needs to work his way up to that. He can't just... He keeps telling himself, let him go, it'll come.
He's just trying to be a little bit too measured and too precise.
20.
Can he find the treble? He can. Can he find the double?
100.
He can't. But Luke Humphries is dictating terms in this game. Damon Heta is not really worrying him much. A brilliant 12 darter and not a great deal else from the Aussie number 1. It's for another breaker throw. Damon Heta is unable to hold his throw.
They're quite ordinary. I'd be fairly happy with them, but
Heta does leave himself a finish. And, you know, look, we know how well he can play. If he plays long enough, he'll drag his average up to where we expect it to be, in the mid to high 90s.
59.
The thing is, he may not have that much time. But something like this could spark him. Now, we've been here before, Damon. He's not on a finish. You can kind of do what you want. It is a lovely day for fishing. Will that persuade the Aussie number 1 to go for it? Still not made his mind up. Now he has. And he takes it out!
He
has offered so little from this game.
Well, he's had two finishes both on the ball, one for a 127, and then slots the 170. And they've both been won in 12 darts.
Well, look at that. Damon Heta. A 127 in game, a 170. It is a slight improvement from Damon Heta, but it needs to improve further.
59.
That's not helped him at all. He'd rather that last dart fell out the ball.
Yes. Yes, because that 119 is just such a messy finish, isn't it? You often feel sometimes that you don't want it at the 57.
Yeah.
Luger 119.
It is awkward. He has hit the treble. That leaves the bull. And they cannot miss the bullseye, these two.
I've let Damon to throw first.
Take it out and miss.
Well, a maximum from Luke Humphries. It is the very first of this entire match, and it might come in his penultimate visit of the match.
Final scoring visit of the match, that's for sure, if he takes the 88 out.
100, Luger 88.
It has been a funny old game.
Oh my, treble 17. Another match dart.
52.
And another match dart slips away.
Damon, you require 82.
The ball's no problem for Damon Heta. He only gets to 25 this time. But double top again.
62.
His first miss at a double. And it might spell the end.
36.
Luke Humphries, the #1 seed, to set up a final with the #2 seed. It is a repeat of the Baltic Sea Darts Open final. A scream of celebration and maybe frustration from
his career, Dave Chisnall.
Staggering.
405.
I wonder how many he's hit in practice.
Must be a weekly occurrence. Luke Humphries actually doesn't have one in competition darts.
No.
He's made this tricky for himself here. Yeah, wayward a couple of times, and that big visit from Chizzy might have just ruffled the feathers of his opponent.
36.
You can't physically do anything to your opponent, but you can certainly hit in those maxes at the right moments, and then the crowd's participation in it can certainly be off-putting.
And it's already 4 in the final in as many legs for Dave Chisnall. And he's now won 3 of those legs with a break to boot there. 12 months or so. This is his 6th final appearance in the last 12 events he's played in. Making the final half of the time.
In the modern day game, that is
90. Maybe 118.
So despite the bounce out, Dave's darts are quite late in terms of levelling out. And as you can see, they go in the board at an angle, so what can happen a lot of the time is the energy is taken off the dart by it crashing into the one before it. I mean, we have seen some genuine wire bounce outs, but they're a rare thing. They just don't land clean enough to get enough impact into the sisal.
And he groups that well.
Yeah, there's no room.
Plenty of room in there, and plenty of margin between the players in this match. A couple of consecutive weekends of Euro Tour darts around the corner. Belgian Darts Open, followed by Czech Darts Open in the next 2 weeks.
Number 7.
20 in the tournament now for Chizzy. Humphries had to hit that. He simply had to hit that.
26 the hard way.
21.
And that break of throw you mentioned, Murph, incoming.
65.
Maybe, unless Chizzy fires in another one of those maximums to rattle the bars on the cage. Not to be, and he would have been disappointed because that first start was ideal.
Plum, wasn't it? Should be a good guide.
Yeah,
so is.
Humphries.
One to get tour cards and progress up the ladder. It's like you're unearthing diamonds.
Well, this is a diamond. Could have been.
But yeah, it's the venues, everything, the setup of everything.
And they're so important now, aren't they? Huge.
Yeah. Got to say a massive thank you to the broadcast team that make me appear like a genius. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it.
Dave Chisnall enjoying himself. Or will be if this goes in. And it does go in, so he's now one away from the... Yeah, love it.
Yeah,
absolutely love it. Luke Humphries could be one of those pairs.
Yes.
140.
Potentially having an opportunity to overtake.
If he wins this match, he will overtake Rob Cross, but that's looking unlikely now because Chisnall needs 100 for the match.
David require 100.
He's averaging 101.
And wants 100 to win it. Step back. Double 10.
Easy.
Not yet.
Just to wait a little longer.
49.
Yes. Oh. And that has happened a few times to him in this final where he's just been on the wrong side.
Yeah, that's the ironic little grin he had on his face. He does leave it handy just in case Dave Chisnall misses. And don't forget all of those misses in trying to cross the line against Michael van Gerwen. He did cross the line. Can he cross the line in the final?
Game shot.
And it is Dutch delight for Dave Chisnall and a fantastic fifth European Tour title as Chizzy wins the 2023 Dutch Darts Championship. And you'd have to